Ladies and gentlemen, welcome this morning to the Telstra Customer Insight Centre, and this is a launch with a bit of a difference. I'm Adam Peacock from Fox Sports. It's a pleasure to be standing before you before the 11th season of the Hyundai A-League. It's been 149 days since that hectic day at AAMI Park, where Melbourne Victory confirmed their status as the most successful club in the short history of the Hyundai A-League with their third championship, that win over Sydney FC. That was season 10. This is season 11. We've got some formalities this morning and also a press conference with a bit of a difference. We're going to hear from all 10 captains of the clubs. But before we get into that, let's have a look at what we've got to look forward to.
Pre-season, a long pre-season. It all starts now for these players.
It is just monumental what has happened, how far this game has come.
Decent ball in, Bridge! Goal for the Wanderers! Mark Bridge! Ferreira! Fabulous! He goes for goal, lost at full stretch. And a jig of delight on the sidelines. It's going to lift the roof off Suncorp Stadium. It's Therio! Adelaide Oval erupts. Oh, glory days here again. These are the moments not only professional footballers must relish, but fans as well. Bessel Berisha creates history by scoring the third grand final. Extraordinary, just extraordinary.
Sets the tone quite nicely. To tell us more about the season ahead from the FFA's perspective, please welcome the CEO of the FFA, Mr. David Gallop, to the stage to say a few words.
Thanks very much, Adam. Good morning. Great to see everyone. Great to be launching season 11 of the Hyundai A-League. Much anticipation around the start of the season. Some great matchups this weekend. I think the hype reel that you just saw shows what's ahead of us. 127 games, sudden death final series, a great array of local and overseas talent. And we say the best atmosphere in Australian sport. And I think we're entitled to say that when you see how our fans get behind our games. It's great to be at Telstra, a fantastic facility. Telstra, an important sponsor of the FFA, and this brilliant setup here. If you've had a chance to have a look around, it's tech savvy, and that's what the A-League is all about. We say that we are the most tech savvy sport in Australia, and I think it's fitting that we're here to use this facility today. Can I start with an apology from our chairman, Frank Lowy, not able to be here today, but I know that Frank would be proud of what's been achieved in 10 seasons of the Hyundai A-League, and he'll be looking forward to the games this weekend as we kick off season 11. And of course, we move into a new era of governance for the game. With us, some special guests. John Ellsworth, Chief Operating Officer of Hyundai, is with us, and you're going to hear from John shortly. But Hyundai, day one sponsors of the Hyundai A-League, and it's very important that we recognise that relationship, and we look forward to continuing their relationship as the naming rights sponsor of the league. Patrick Delaney's with us, CEO of Fox Sports, also a day one sponsor and a huge investor in Australian football. Fox Sports will have all 5 games live again, and it's a critical partnership for us. Welcome to Patrick. Many other supporters with us today. Of course, SBS, Foxtel, NAB, Harvey Norman, ABC Radio, Westfield and Qantas. Your support is very much appreciated. Ladies and gentlemen, last May, we unveiled our whole football plan. And we unveiled an objective to become the largest and most popular sport in Australia. The turbocharger behind that ambition is the Hyundai A-League. And let's consider the progress that we've made over those 10 seasons. 1.6 million people through the turnstiles last year. We've got 100,000 rusted-on members across our 10 clubs. Our cumulative television audience was 12.7 million. And we've got 500,000 people regularly using our social media channels. We're a startup business, and that's not a bad startup after 10 years. We're in the mainstream, but as we always say, our best years are ahead of us. Australian football will continue over the next few decades to build towards that objective. Live sport, as we know, is critical content. It gets people in, and I'm sure we're well placed for the future in relation to our broadcast rights with 2 years to go with Fox Sports and SBS. An investment in this sport is transformational. The better the deal, the better the product, and we'll hopefully see that in the years ahead. We've had 10 years of the Hyundai A-League. Season 11 sees a fantastic array of overseas and local talent. We've got some Socceroos staying or coming home, and I want to welcome back particularly Ivan Franic, Oli Bozanic, Dario Vidicic and Michael Zullo back into the competition. Of course, this competition always has unearthed some hidden gems. Beresha, Broish, Karuska, these guys are now household names in Australian football, and we had new stars last year like Ben Kalfalar. This year, Sorensen, Leonardo, Holosko are just some of the names that have come into the competition, and we're all looking forward to watching them play starting this weekend. Money is important in all sport, and it's critical in Australian football. Financial stability is critical for the future, and it's something that we work hard on. Season 11 will see the same 10 clubs who started season 8, and that's an important milestone. It's not been easy along the way, but we've managed to do a number of things to build on the financial stability of the league. The grant now nearly matches the cap. Our average salary for a top 23 player without marquees is $135,000. We're hopeful that we'll have a new 4-year CBA, and today I call on the PFA to get moving on signing the deal. Affordability is the key to this relationship. It always has been, and the deal that is on the table is a very good one. I'm pleased to say that in the off-season, we've stabilised a number of clubs. We've taken over the Newcastle Jets, and things are a lot more stable at the Brisbane Roar. This game owes a lot to its owners and their continued investment in the sport. This year we've got a number of innovations. Really importantly, we'll see 14 double headers with the W League, and this shows the length and breadth of this sport. I want to take the opportunity now to wish good luck to the Socceroos in Jordan on Thursday. I'll be travelling over. I'll get there Thursday, see the game and get back on the plane, so I'm back for Sydney FC's game on Saturday. But there are, of course, a number of A-League players playing in the Socceroos, and that's an important part of the sport. You'll see 3 new full-time referees, which has been something that was needed in the sport. It's an investment by us, and it will lead to a more professional approach to refereeing. You're going to see Thursday nights, starting this Thursday night with the Wanderers versus the Roar at Parramatta Stadium. And I take this opportunity to congratulate Wanderers fans who forced the government to recognise the need for a new stadium out at Parramatta. Good luck to both of those teams on Thursday night. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got some great matchups this weekend. I take the opportunity to wish all 10 clubs, their coaches and their players good luck. I can't wait to hear our fans out at our grounds. I can't wait to get out there. I can't wait to get the goosebumps that hype reel hopefully gave you. We are football. Thanks for being here this morning.
Cheers, Dave. Well done. And good luck with the flight back with Aaron Moy for the match on Saturday night as well. David mentioned about the investment, and there's no bigger investor in the game from a sponsorship point of view. And the competition probably flat out doesn't happen if it wasn't for this particular company. It's Hyundai I talk of course. Please welcome to the stage to say a few words the Chief Operating Officer of Hyundai Motor Group Australia, Mr. John Ellsworth.
Thanks, Adam. Thank you, David, for your introduction and your continued, and I must say, tireless efforts as CEO of Football Federation Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to be here for the launch of Season 11 of the Hyundai A-League. And I am delighted to announce that once again for 2016, the Hyundai Motor Company is putting its full support behind this country's premier football competition. As most of you will know, Hyundai has been pivotal in the formation of the A-League from back in 2004. And we're proud as a company to confirm that support is ongoing and unwavering. For Hyundai, our commitment and motivation goes far beyond simply being the A-League's naming rights partner and primary sponsor. It comes from our absolute passion for this game and our drive to be part of what we believe really can be this country's greatest sporting code. Clearly, we're not alone in that view. Over the last decade, Hyundai has been delighted to watch not just the A-League, but football in general go from strength to strength. The game, I am pleased to say, has never been stronger nor in better hands. So well done, David. As a company, we're tremendously pleased with the benefits we've been able to deliver at a junior level via our Goals for Grassroots program. We have contributed over $500,000 to more than 200 local grassroots clubs since 2007. And we're confident that level of support will help continue to build Australia's footballing talent pool. At the top level, the Socceroos and their brilliant win earlier this year of the Asian Cup and their promising run for 2018 World Cup qualification shows that we are on the right course. We've watched the fans swell, both in numbers and in their passion for their respective teams. As a company that's passionate about building great cars for Australians, we feel this is yet another level on which we connect. There's no doubt in my mind that football is destined to be this country's most loved game, and Hyundai's continued support matches that with our ambition to become Australia's most loved car brand. Globally, the Hyundai Motor Company has had a long association with football. In Australia, we see fresh thinking and new possibilities for this game, for players and for fans. We see opportunity at absolutely every level, and we believe these opportunities can collectively create an incredibly bright future for football. By uniting fans and the game, we really can create greatness. This is the vision we believe in, and it underpins our core goal: strengthening and uniting football in Australia. Finally, please allow me to quickly congratulate the Melbourne Victory for their outstanding season last year, winning both the Premiership and Champions titles. Really a stellar effort, and one which all players and coaching staff should be really incredibly proud. Hyundai, we can't wait to see which side will be the dominant force in Season 11. And we really can't wait for Thursday when the season is set to open with a bang and the real football can commence. Thank you, enjoy the rest of the event, and please let me hand you back to our MC, Mr. Adam Peacock. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Cheers. And thanks again to Hyundai, especially that Goals for Grassroots campaign that he named there. It's fantastic to see it operating at a grassroots level. It really helps out clubs in need as well, from top to bottom. Now, mentioned at the top how it's a launch with a little bit of a twist, a bit of a difference, and we are in this wonderful, highly technologically advanced area of Sydney right now, this theatre that was opened in February, and thanks to Telstra for allowing us to use it today, their customer centre here. Why have the captains come here and have the coaches annoyed that the fact they have to get on a plane and come up to Sydney or wherever the launch is, when we can virtually have them here? And that's what we've done this morning. If you want to have a look at the big screen up there, what we do have is 10 captains of 10 A-League clubs who are joining us right now, and we're going to have the launch and talk to them and ask them a few questions on stage right now. We've got, we'll start from the top and go clockwise. We've got from Adelaide United, Bruce Gite, Brisbane Roar, Michael Theo, Central Coast Mariners, Nick Montgomery, Patrick Isnorbo from Melbourne City, Carl Valeri, Melbourne Victory, Nigel Bogard, Newcastle Jets, Richard Garcia, Perth Glory, Alex Brosk, Sydney FC, Andrew Durante, all the way over there in Wellington, and Nikolai Topor Stanley from the Western Sydney Wanderers. Please welcome our captains. Give us a wave, boys, if you can hear us. They can all hear us. Excellent. 8 A-League championships between these gentlemen, 2 NSL championships, 2 FFA Cup winners as well, 1 Asian Champions League winner, 6 Socceroos, and of course, Jura, haven't forgotten you, and all white. And today, they comprise us of our very own Brady Bunch, which is good to see. We won't try and coordinate a look around the screen or anything like that. Might be a bit too difficult. Gents, thanks for joining us today. We'll start, and we're going to ask 2 questions to each player, and we'll go in chronological order of the matches that we're about to see this weekend. It all starts, of course, on Thursday evening at Pertex Stadium. We can't wait for it on Fox Sports. We're on air with an hour pre-game from 7 p.m. Eastern. The first of all the games live on Fox this season. Once again, it is Western Sydney Wanderers, Brisbane Roar, and we're going to start with Nikolai Topor Stanley. You're the home captain, Nikolai. Thanks for joining us, mate. Is it season 1 all over again, in a sense, for the Wanderers, given what happened this season? There's a bit of optimism, fresh optimism going into this campaign.
Yeah, it's certainly been a lengthy pre-season, and we're looking forward to righting a few wrongs from last season.
Are the standards even sharper? I know Tony Popovich has very high standards for you, both on the training track and on the pitch as well. Are they even sharper going into this campaign than ever before?
He's a man that always looks to raise the bar with whatever he's doing, and he passes on that culture onto his players, which is why I think in the short history, we've had a winning culture here at the team.
We'll look forward to seeing if you can turn it all around, Nikolai. Thank you for joining us this morning. Michael Theo joins us as well, 5-time A-League champion. That is an incredible statistic in itself. Mike, last time you didn't win anything at Brisbane Roar, there was an instant response and you won the double. Is there similarities to this campaign ahead?
Yeah, that's what we're looking forward to hopefully doing again. It's disappointing last year. I suppose, like Nikolai said, we want to make sure that we start off on a good note and give ourselves every opportunity to be successful come finals this time.
How's life under John Aloisi? We had him at Fox Sports last year. We enjoyed it. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, definitely. I suppose your loss is our gain. John's been fantastic from day one. He's come in, he's been super positive, and again, it's all about standards and making sure that the group works hard collectively. And he's been the first one to implement that, and it's rubbed off with the rest of the playing group. We're really looking forward to the season starting now.
Yeah, look forward to seeing if there's a first up response. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, that one, 7 p.m. Eastern, Fox Sports 5:05 on Thursday evening. Then we go to Friday evening, both on Fox Sports and SBS. You can watch it in 2 places at once, and it'll be worth watching as well. It's Adelaide United and Melbourne Victory on a Friday night at Adelaide Oval. Hopefully a bumper crowd there. Bruce Gite, top left corner there, hoping to stick a few in the top left corner, I'd say, this season. Brucey, 3 seasons in a row you've made the finals. You get the feeling, though, that this could be the season where you take that all-important next step?
Yeah, certainly. I think the club's done a great job in keeping the core of the squad together, except for our good friend Nigel Bogard. You can see there on screen, he left us. But look, the team's looking very good throughout pre-season. We've been playing some good stuff, and the transition under Guillermo's been very, very smooth. And we look forward to getting out there on Friday night and showcasing what we've been working on all pre-season.
Speaking of working on pre-season, Josip Gumbau, we're going to miss him. We're going to miss his lunatic responses to goals, running down on the sideline, running onto the field, carrying on, lifting up players on his shoulders and all that. You mentioned Guillermo there, your new coach, Guillermo Moore, the Barcelona legend. Is he that type of character? I'm guessing not, but hopefully there might be a bit of a surprise.
No, characters are quite dissimilar. I think Giuseppe's really wore his heart on his sleeve. You could see all his emotions throughout the game. Guillermo's much more cool, calm and collected, if you like. He's got a lot of experience, and he's passing that on to the boys.
We'll go to Carl Valeri, your opponent for Friday evening's match at Adelaide Oval. Carl, thanks for joining us, mate. Congratulations again. Echo the sentiments from John earlier on your magnificent season last year. But it starts again. You're the new captain. Does anything change for you?
No, not a lot changes for me. Going to be the same person I was last season, and just lead by example. Got a lot of great young leaders in the team, both young and old, so makes my job easy. And there's a lot of boys who could easily wear that armband. I'm just the lucky one that gets to.
Some interesting movements in the off-season amongst a lot of clubs, but you were very, very stable. It's so unusual to see a champion remain so stable. What does that tell you about what is ahead? Do those guys who were there last year and made a huge impression first up, Berisha, Del Pierre, do they even have to raise their standards a little bit more? Are you noticing that in pre-season?
Yeah, definitely. Everyone has to raise their standards. That's what winners have to do, and we want to be winners. And it says a lot about the club that, you know, not a lot of players left, and we didn't make many changes. It's a great place here in Melbourne Victory. It's a great family club. And, you know, it shows that all the players are happy here. I mean, I think Faid wants to live here for the rest of his life. So you've got players like that coming in, and you know, who are a great example for the young boys as well. It's a great feeling at the club.
We'll be happy to have him as well if he wants to stick around for the rest of his life. Carl, thanks very much, mate. Good luck to you and Bruce on Friday evening. Look forward to seeing that on Fox and SBS. As mentioned, go to Saturday, Hyundai Matchday Saturday on Fox Sports starts at 5 p.m. Eastern. And first up, we've got Central Coast Mariners hosting Perth Glory. We've got palm trees and sun and sauce bottles and cannons. We're looking forward to all of that, and the football, of course, as well. And Nick Montgomery, the captain of the Mariners. I'll go to you first, mate, for this one between yourselves and Glory. Firstly, that wonderful shirt that you got on. Have you ever played football with a palm tree on you?
No, to be honest, it's pretty unique. But you know, the owner of the club's got a vision, and you know, like we've said in the press, as long as we're winning games, I think the show will become more successful, and long may it continue.
The words of Mike Charlesworth, you mentioned there at the post-season awards that you had up there at the Mariners last year, there was a key word, innovate, and it's what the club's become about. How are you going to do that? I know you can't help things off the pitch in terms of what they do at the front office, but on the pitch, how are things going to go this year, do you think, for the Mariners?
Yeah, listen, we've got a young squad. We've brought some players back from the UK, you know, some Aussie-based players. Like I said, it's a young squad. Disappointing, but this year I think we're going to play an exciting, attacking brand of football. Obviously, winning games is important, but I think hopefully the fans will appreciate the new style that Tony Walmsley and John Hutchison have brought in. And yeah, we're definitely excited for season 11.
Good stuff. Good luck with it, Nick. We'll go to the new captain of Perth Glory, Richard Garcia. Congratulations on that appointment, mate. You've gone on another cup run. Was that important in a sense, that given what happened at the back end of last season, to switch things around mentally straight away?
Yeah, look, I think the boys that were here last year wanted to repeat that, and you know, it's fantastic that we're still in the cup, and now we're just ready for the start of the season and to get the season underway, I suppose.
How's Kenny Lowe? I don't know if you can tell with Josip Gombau, the reference there with Bruce earlier, I like excitable coaches, we all do as well, because there's always something to watch. If the ball's gone out of play or whatever, you just look down to Kenny. How's he, your coach, Kenny Lowe, ahead of this season? Is he going to be as excitable as ever?
I think so. You know, his enthusiasm feeds off onto us, and you know, I think that shows in the way we play and the way we set up. So yeah, he's a great coach to have around.
Well, good luck, Richard, making a finals run for Perth Glory and switching things around from last year, and look forward to that first match on Saturday. The second match is Sydney FC and Melbourne City at Allianz Stadium. Alex Brosk and also Patrick Kisnorbo are going to have a chat about this one. I'll go to you first, Brosky. What lends you to believe going so close last year will translate into something a little bit better this season?
Just the fact, I think, that we have to use that as motivation. You know, the second half of last season, we went on a very good run, ended the season well, and apart from that last game where I think it all fell apart, you know, I think we had a lot of good things to be excited about going into this year. So I think we will use that final as a bit of motivation, and hopefully allow us to go one better.
You've brought in some real quality. I mean, your 5 foreigners, 4 of the 5 have played for their respective national teams. You brought in Ninkovic and Holosko to go with Jacques Fati, also Mikhail Tavares and Dimitrijevic. Does that mean that Graham Arnold is happy?
Probably not. he's never really happy. But I think, look, with the players we lost from last year, I think we definitely recruitment was definitely the most important part going into this season. And with the guys that you mentioned there, there's a lot of class in those players. So, like I said, hopefully, according to what we've been doing so far in pre-season, they've gelled quite quickly, and I think they'll add a lot to our squad this year.
We've got to Paddy Giznobo, top right. Paddy, thanks for joining us, mate. Similar rate of change to last season, but you brought in some real A-League quality. What are expectations at Melbourne City? One game off a grand final last year. Is it one more than that, the expectation?
Yeah, I hope so. I think we're trying to improve our consistency from last year. Like you said, we got to the quarterfinals, but hopefully this season, we can go a couple steps better. Obviously, we've got a great cup draw, and looking forward to that as well.
And Aaron Moy as well. I've got to touch on this guy. He's now your Australian marquee at the club, upgraded to that status, and probably fair enough too. He looks in ridiculous form from what we've seen in the FFA Cup. Is that true, what you've been seeing day to day?
Yeah, look, Moy's great. He's been great all pre-season. He was great last year. We've just got a great team ethic that allows him to do those special things, and hopefully it happens again this year.
Well, looks forward to seeing what happens with Melbourne City this season. Thank you, Patrick. Good luck on Saturday night between Sydney FC, Melbourne City. That one on Fox Sports as well. And then to Sunday afternoon, Andrew Durante and Nigel Bogart. Thank you for being so patient in this one. Jura, go to you first. This one from 5 p.m. Eastern on Fox Sports at the Cape Town, Wellington and Newcastle Jets. Jura, last season, you led for 3 weeks late in the piece. You just had a bit of a wobble at the wrong time. But how much is that a motivating factor, given the fact that you know you're good enough and it's just a few little things that could perhaps mean good things this season?
Yeah, it was an exciting year last year. Leading the comp with about 4 or 5 weeks to go was great. Falling away was disappointing, but that's what we need to learn from. They're the feelings that we need to take with us into this season and make sure it doesn't happen again. And we want to be a top 4 team, and we need to stay focused at the back end of the season.
Tell us about your replacement for Nathan Burns. I've heard he's a good one.
Yeah, Jeffrey Sarpong, Dutch boy, very good CV, technically superb, and a very direct player. Something that Ernie likes in players, that ability to beat players one-on-one and score goals. So he's been a great addition, and hopefully he does well for us.
Yeah, look forward to seeing him and the raft of other foreigners that have come into the league. You never know what you're really going to get, but it looks like we've got some real quality coming into the competition this season. We'll go to Newcastle now. Nigel Bogard, his team gets the first up trip through customs and across to Wellington. Nigel, you've come from one tight-knit group at Adelaide United to what there at the Jets? How would you describe it up there?
Yeah, great bunch of boys. Obviously, a lot of changes in the off-season with player recruitment and coaching staff as well. So it's good to see that pre-season the boys are a tight-knit group, and I think that goes a long way. I think everyone would admit if the boys get on well and are good off the field, that it goes a long way on the park as well. And you're returning to home comforts as well. You enjoying Newcastle once again? Yeah, it's great to be back in Newcastle, and hopefully this year's a successful one. It hurt to see the state of the club last year, and that's in the past, and hopefully this season we can make the community and the town proud of what we can achieve. Nigel, thank you for joining us, and all the captains as well. Thank you for your insights to what should be a magnificent first weekend of football in the Hyundai A-League and the 26 to follow as well. That concludes the formalities for now. One more favour of the guys on the screen, or a few others as well. We're going to just have a quick photo opportunity with a bit of a difference here, I think, on the big screen. If the photographers just want to get a quick snap of that one. We swapped Michael Theo for Thomas Bryce there. Thomas up in Brisbane. So that's that. Please give a round of applause to the captains that joined us as well on the screen. Hope you enjoyed this special event, but there is more if you're interested. In about 15 minutes' time, as part of a partnership with the FFA, Telstra and Blue Jeans, each of those clubs will be holding a special virtual media conference with members of the media, club members
And you, if you're interested, you would have, if you're a member of the media, you would have got an email login emailed to you by Adam Mark and the guys at FFA. That's on your smartphone right now. Or if you want, there's some cheat sheets floating around the room. Just go and see Adam or one of the guys from Telstra or the FFA. And there's some complimentary earphones if you want to listen in as well. It's the first time something like this has been done, but may as well give it a go. And all seems to be working beautifully here at Telstra. Expect nothing less. Just log in, watch, listen, ask, enjoy. Thank you once again for joining us. There's some light refreshments in the lobby. Please enjoy your football for season 11 of the Hyundai A-League. See you at the game on the weekend.